Hi everyone, this is Neil Toff from Callzilla. I had the pleasure of being the host for this week's ICMI Chat. That's hashtag ICMI Chat. Topic of the week was onboarding in the contact center. We had great turnout, really compact group that was energized, engaged, participatory both in the type of questions they asked and in the type of answers and quality of the answers given. Participants included Erica Strother, Justin Peace Out Robbins, Jeff Toyster, Kevin Hagebarth, Carrie Carruthers, Education at Work, Cohen Leon Daly from across the pond, Higher IQ Solutions, Al Hopper, Jeremy Watkin, and of course myself. I think that of the group, everyone's participation was outstanding. I think particularly there were two of us that really emerged as thought leaders and demonstrated that they know what the heck is going on in the field of onboarding and the tools that they use and offer in the marketplace and provide their clients. That would be Kevin Hagebarth and Jeff Toyster, or Jeff Toyster and Kevin Hagebarth, depending on your your preference of order. Both were outstanding. Thank you to you both for your contributions. I think everyone would certainly agree that onboarding is critical both in the agent experience in and of itself. The better the experience that an agent has when they come on board to start work, the more comfortable they'll feel. The more comfortable they'll feel, the better, in theory, they will perform their job. And in the contact center, more importantly, directly trickles down to and has a strong impact on how they treat customers, the passion that they bring to their jobs, how they care for their customers, how they resolve customers' problems, and therefore all of that impacts customer experience. So I think we could all probably conclude that the onboarding experience drastically impacts the agent themselves, but more importantly perhaps impacts customer experience. We all agree onboarding is critical. A couple interesting topics that came up. The definition of onboarding and more importantly when it starts and stops. Jeff Toyster contributed an idea that I thought was great. He thought that the onboarding experience starts from the day that the agent is hired and continues on through the day that the agent can reasonably fulfill their job. I think it's a great attempt at defining it. Not sure if it includes when the agent can reasonably fulfill their job or can fulfill their job almost with perfection. Those things are up for debate, but I think the fact that we can start to define what onboarding is, when it includes, when it starts, and when it ultimately ends was a great contribution. I liked a quote from Cohen Leon Daly describing the importance of onboarding and the result that you ultimately hope for. And he said that once everyone is on board, you want to have them singing from the same hymn sheet. That's hymn, H-Y-M-N. By the way, does anyone know why there's an N on the end? But anyway, I thought it was a great concept when everyone is on the same page, so to speak, but on the other side of the pond, a great Cohen expression of everyone being on the same hymn sheet. I like Education at Work's thoughts on the importance of onboarding. Specifically, the opportunity that reps have when they go through the onboarding process to build relationships amongst themselves and the people that are involved in the onboarding process. That bonding experience is really important. If you do it well, in theory, the agents will feel part of the team. They'll feel engaged and motivated. So that's one important thing also to focus on during the onboarding process, the relationships that we give reps the opportunity to build during the process. I brought up the topic. I play devil's advocate. I think that a lot of companies don't put a lot of effort or emphasis on the onboarding process. I've certainly worked for a few of them, and I hope that the people that work for our company would agree that we do emphasize onboarding, and that will definitely be a work in progress. I question, though, whether some companies, for the reason that they don't emphasize onboarding, do they think that onboarding will lead to spoiling the employees, to pampering them? Do they, for some reason, believe that there's no return on investment, or just simply it's a waste of expense and time and energy? I wonder, those companies that some of us have probably worked for and have experience probably may unfortunately have that perception and take that position. I like Carrie Carruthers' comment that onboarding is so important. One of the goals that we hope for during the onboarding process is to get the entire group of participants to hashtag soar with the eagles. I love that expression, soaring with the eagles. We want everyone to soar with the eagles and not fly with the turkeys. There was one last topic that I thought was really important, which is how do we make onboarding more efficient? And I think when you talk about efficiency, of course, you start to talk about math, you talk about formulas, you talk about metrics. It's easier, I think, to talk about the qualitative definition or relevance and importance, etc., of onboarding. But what are the metrics behind it? Toyster and Kevin Hagebarth certainly started to talk about it. Both have published articles in the past 2 weeks that you can find on the ICMI website. But I want to get behind it and understand the metrics. What are the metrics that we're using to evaluate onboarding and the effectiveness and the efficiency of it? Kevin Hagebarth talked about performance, and of course, performance is one way to look at it. Engagement is another. Retention of employees is another. But what are the formulas? What are the metrics? I think this is such a new field. I'd like to know what people are using, what they're benchmarking, what their actual numbers are. We're going to start to have our own version of these, but I'd love to compare and contrast and hope that some people will have enough courage to step forward and actually talk about this. Really important topic. We ended with gamification and the impact of gamification on the onboarding process. Gamification in and of itself is a huge topic. If you've paid attention to some of the things that I've written and spoken about in these videos, we're a big proponent of gamification. I'm going to leave that for a whole nother video or set of videos, but I think bottom line, gamification can be a huge lever, if used correctly, that can push results and push satisfaction and success rates, not only on onboarding, but on the ongoing operation of a contact center. Would love to know people's feedback. Al Hopper certainly talked about that he is using gamification. I'd love to know, those of us that operate and are engaged in running call centers, what their experience is with gamification. I like Jeremy Watkins' contribution about gamification. He's been able to achieve in his center that agents actually are asking and requesting for more gamification. They want more quizzes, more exercises, and I wonder what Jeremy's doing so well that he has the group asking for more hard work and more tedious work and maybe more pressure, but obviously through gamification he's doing something right and getting people to be engaged and participating and hopefully learning and performing better. Those are my thoughts on onboarding. Next week we will have Jeremy Robbins as our host. Remember, hashtag ICMI chat, hashtag ICMI chat, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, thank you for your great participation, everyone. Look forward to connecting and reconnecting next week. And thank you for your help, contribution, ideas, and attention.